Okay, so let's start putting down. Your ankles. Just bring the back of your hands on your knees so your palms are facing up. Yeah. And just bring your shoulders up to your ears. And then shrug or shrug your shoulders down. Bring your chin to chest. You should feel that stretch at the back of your neck. And just start breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. So breathing in. Breathing in and out. Now just lift your chin off your chest and you just look forward. And stretch your right arm out. Rotate your palms, so your palms facing down. Lower your right hand down, right side of your body. Brilliant. Now take that left arm over your head. So really reach over. So you should feel that stretch on your left side. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. Now you're going to take that left arm out in front. You start to rotate your chest. So you're going to bring that left hand now down to the left side of your body. And you take your right arm over your head. Brilliant. Yes. Now bring that right arm out all the way to the center again. Bring it all the way over to the right side and you take your left arm over your head. Take your left arm out in front. As you bring your left hand all the way over to the left side of your body. And you take your right arm over your head. We're just stretching the sides of our body, your arms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you're going to take that right arm out in front and leave it in the center this time. Then you bring your left hand to meet and then just bring both hands down out in front of you. So lower your hand onto the mat. Brilliant. And just see if you can start to slide your hands away, forehead towards the mat. You should feel that stretch on your back. And you lower your chin to chest. For 3, 2, 1. Now start to walk your hands back closer to your body. Bring your hands now outside your knees. You're going to lift your knees, uncross your ankles so your feet are together. Brilliant. You're going to wrap your arms around. You round your back and see if you can take hold. Don't worry if you can't take hold of your opposite elbows. You can just bring your hands onto your shin. And hold for 3, 2, 1. You lift your forehead. Now you're going to bring your knees, both knees onto the mat. You come into hands and knees. Let's you're going to inhale. And we'll do cat-cow. So you inhale and you round your back and you bring your chin to chest. Exhale, you arch your back as you look up. So we're just warming up our back. Inhale, round your back, you bring your chin to chest. Exhale, arch, and you look up. Still engaging your core. Inhale, round your back. Now this time you're going to bring that right knee forward. And then you take your right leg all the way behind you. Flex your right foot and lower your right toes down. Lower those right toes down on the mat behind you. Brilliant. Then you bring that right knee back onto the mat. Perfect. Now round your back. This time you bring your left knee forward. Then you should take that left leg all the way back. Flex your left foot, lower your left toes down. You should feel that stretch in your calf now. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then slowly bring that left knee down. Let's do that one more time. So you round your back, bring your right knee forward. So a bit of a crunch. And then you take that right leg back, flex your right foot, lower your right toes down. And try and press those toes so you feel that stretch a bit more on your right calf. Then you bring your right knee down. Round your back, left knee forward. Exhale, take your left leg back, flex your left foot, left toes on the mat, press your left toes down. Then lower your left knee. Bring your hips back to your heels, so you rest your chest and your thighs. And see if you can bring your forehead onto the mat. Modified child pose. And come up to hands and knees, tuck your toes. Take your knees off the mat as you bring your hips all the way up to the sky, so you're in that downward dog position. Try and press your heels closer to the mat. Brilliant. Now, see if you can bring your hands in a little bit more. Bring your hands in a little bit more. Yes, that's better. And hold for 3. Eye gaze in between your feet. Now bring your eye gaze in between your hands. You lower your knees back onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Bring your hips back. Rest your chest and your thighs. Forehead down. Come up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Back to downward dog. Now bring your eye gaze in between your hands. Have a slight bend in your knees and you're going to walk your feet forward. So think you can tiptoe, so it's almost like you're wearing high heels. You keep your heels lifted. Come to the top of the mat as far as you can go. Keep your heels lifted. Your knees are bent. You rest your chest on your thigh. Now lower your right heel down and lift. You lower your left heel down and lift. Right heel and lift. Left heel and lift. Now lower both heels down. You straighten your legs. You slide your hands up your feet and rest it on your chin, on your shin bones as you look forward. Brilliant. Yes. Press your shoulders back. Slight bend your knees, bring your hands back onto the mat. You're going to walk your feet back so you're in that downward dog position. Bring your eyes in between your hands. You're going to lower your hips. So we're in that plank position now. Brilliant. Lower your knees. Untuck your toes, hips back, chest and thighs. Forehead down. Come back up to hands and knees, tuck your toes. Knees off the mat, so we're in that downward dog position. Eye gaze in between your hands. Bend your knees as you walk your feet to your hands again. Once you get to the top, you slide your hands from the top of your feet onto your shin bones as you look back. Look forward, sorry, shoulders back. Flat bend your knees, hands back on the mat. Then you take your arms and your chest all the way up, hands prayer at the top. And lower your arms down by your side. Brilliant. You're going to step that right foot back. Keep that right foot lifted to start off with. Take your arms up, palms facing. Now you're going to bend that left knee. You're going to lower that right foot down. So your right foot's parallel with the back of the mat. Yes, left knee bend. Rotate your chest. Left arm forward, right arm back. So in that warrior two position, keep your left knee bent. Left arm forward, right arm back. Palms facing down. Brilliant. 3, 2, 1. You're going to straighten that left leg. I want you to lower your left hand onto your left shin. Yes, you take your right arm up. Yes, brilliant. Triangle. For 3, 2, 1. Look to that left knee, you're going to bend your left knee again. Come back to that warrior 2 position. Your left arm forward, right arm back. Yes. Now lower that right arm down behind you. Rotate your left arm so your palms facing up. And we lean back. So we look up to your left palms and reverse the warrior. Yes. Keep that left knee bent. For 3, 2, 1. Come back to warrior 2. And this time we're going to lower both arms. Now you're going to lift that back heel. So just how we started. So your left knee bent, facing forward, right heel lifted. Yes. Slight bend in that right knee as you step it forward. Brilliant. Now left side, take your left leg back. So that left heel is lifted again. Brilliant. Right knee bent, take your arms up, palms facing. Brilliant. Yes. Now you rotate your chest and you lower that back foot, you lower your arm. So this time your right arm is forward, left arm back. So just same thing, brilliant. We did on the left side. You're going to straighten that right knee. You lower your right hand onto your shin, left arm up. So we're in that triangle position. Brilliant, yes. For 3, 2, 1. Look to that right leg as you bend your right knee. Come back into that warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. Brilliant, yes. Now lower that back arm. Rotate your right arm so your palms facing up. And then you lean back to reverse the warrior. Don't forget to breathe. Warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back. I know sometimes when we focus, forget to take that breath. Brilliant. Lower both arms. Lift that back heel so you're facing forward again, just how we started. Brilliant. Yes. Take your arms up. Slight bend in that left knee, step it forward. Brilliant. Lower your arms. And the reason why we do that, so we're not putting too much pressure on our knee. That's why we bend it when we take it forward. So
Yeah,
so right side.
that's good.
Step that right leg back, so right heel lifted. You bend that front leg, take your arms up. Brilliant. Rotate your chest, left arm forward, right and back. Yes. Perfect. Straighten your left leg, you lower that left hand onto your shin, right arm up, we're in triangle. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Bend your left knee, come back into that warrior 2. You lower your back hand, that left arm rotates your palms facing up, and you lean back to reverse the warrior. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll do something a bit different now. So that left arm, you're going to take that left arm now and you rest it onto your left thigh. So keep that left knee bent. Brilliant, yes. And then you take your right arm over your head, palm facing down. Yes. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring that right arm back. You're back to that warrior 2. Left arm forward, so both arms out. Yes. Lower your hands. You lift your back heel as you come forward. So your chest is facing forward, but that left knee is still bent.
Yeah.
Arms up, slight bend in your right knee. Step it forward. Lower your arms. Brilliant. Yes. Left side, left leg back. That right knee is bent, left heel lifted. Take your arms up. Perfect. Rotate your chest and lower that back foot, right arm forward, left arm back. Warrior 2.
Yep.
Perfect. Straighten your right leg, right hand on your shin, left arm up. 3, 2, 1. Bend your right knee back to that warrior 2, right arm forward, left arm back. You lower your back arm, you rotate your right arm so your palms facing up, and you lean back so you reverse in your warrior. 3, 2, 1. Come back to warrior 2. You release your arms. You lift that back heel as you start, your chest is facing forward. Brilliant. Take your arms up. Slight bend in that left knee. as you step it forward. Brilliant, this time you're going to take that arms wide, you start to bring your chest towards the mat, slight bend your knees, you bring your hands all the way down onto the mat. Straighten your legs, bring your hands onto your shin as you look up, so look forward. Yes. Slight bend your knees, hands on the mat, you need to walk your feet back to downward dog. I gaze in between your hands, lower your hips so you're in plank. Perfect, yes. Lower your knees, untuck your toes, hips back, chest on your thighs, forehead down. Lift your forehead, you lift your chest, come back up to hands and knees, tuck your toes, back up to downward dog. Bring that eye gaze in between your hands, like bend your knees. This time you're going to walk your feet halfway up your mat, so not all the way to the top. And then you bring your hands onto your shin as you look up. Flat bend your knees, hands on the mat. You take your arms wide all the way up, hands to prayer at the top. Actually interlace your fingers, you keep your arms up, interlace your fingers, brilliant. And then just take your arms to the right side of your body. Brilliant, come to center. Let's go to the left. Come to center. Take your arms out in front of you. So keep your fingers interlaced. And we'll go straight to balance. And if possible, lift your right knee and bring those interlaced hands on that right knee. Brilliant, yes. For 3, point your toes down. Now, see if you can bring that left knee, the right knee wide, left hand onto your waist. Perfect, yes. Now bring that right knee back to center and release. Perfect, take your arms up, interlace at the top. Lift your left knee as you lower your hand onto that left shin. Press your shoulders down. Point your left toes down. You release that right arm as you take that left knee wide, right arm wide if possible. Perfect, yes. Now bring it back to center and release. Perfect, right, let's add on. Really nice and easy, look at you.
So let's add on. So that was too easy for her.
Yeah, so we have to add on, can't have it too easy. Take your arms up, interlace your fingers.
Oh.
So you're going to lift your right knee, you take hold of your right shin. Brilliant. Take that right knee wide, left arm wide. Now, see if you can bring that right foot now inside of your left thigh for tree pose. You can remember you can always have it on your shin or you bring it on that side. Yeah, you choose. And then once you get there, you bring your hands to prayer. So tree pose. Brilliant. Now you're going to release that right knee and take that right leg all the way back, arms behind you. So we're in warrior 3. Yes, brilliant. Lift your chest and lower that right foot down. Perfect. Arms up, interlace at the top. Take hold of your left shin. Point your left toes down. Take that left knee wide, right arm. Brilliant. Bring that left foot into your right thigh for tree pose. Hands to prayer. Leave that left knee out in front as you take your left leg back, both arms behind you. Now see if you can start to lower your chest all the way down and see if you can bring your hands onto the mat. Have a go. Yeah. And bring your left foot in. Hands on your shin as you look up. Hands on your mat. Take your arms wide all the way up, interlace at the top. We'll do one more set like that. Bit quicker this time. You take hold of your right shin. Take one breath. Brilliant. Take it wide. Let's come into tree pose. Release that right knee, take it behind you, both arms behind you. Bring your right leg in, take your arms all the way up again, interlace your fingers at the top. Brilliant, yes. Take hold of your left shin. Take it wide. Bring it into your right thigh for tree pose, hands to prayer. Bring your left knee in, take it all the way back. Take your arms behind you, warrior three. Start to lower your chest, lower your hands onto the mat. This time you're gonna have a slight bend in your right knee, take your left leg back of the mat, right leg back, so you're in downward dog. Eyelids in between your hands as you lower to plank. Make sure that plank look, yeah, perfect. Lower your knees, untuck your toes, hips back, chest and thighs, forehead down. Come up to hands and knees. And just slide your feet away as you just bring your hips onto the mat. And have your legs out in front of you. Brilliant, hands either side of your hips. So while you're lying down, you should be sitting up.
No, I was just fixing.
Oh, okay. This should be for relaxation. Not there
I
yet.
bet you laugh.
Bring your hands either side of your head.
Yeah.
So you're going to really try and see your arms are, yeah, brilliant. Your hands are straight. Then you're going to bring the shoulders back and you kind of exaggerate as you push your chest forward. So you should feel that stretch.
Yeah, in the front.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Engage your core, hold, flex your feet for 3, 2, 1. Now start to bring your chest forward. And see if you can bring your hands to your toes. If it doesn't reach, you can bend your knees. Brilliant, yes. Lower your head, chin to chest. For 3, 2, 1. Now bring both hands onto your right leg as you bring that right knee to your chest. You lower that right knee down so that right foot is in your left thigh. So it's like sitting tree pose. Now just lift your hips. If you bring that right knee a little bit further back, just to open up that right hip. Brilliant. Now, you want your chest facing that left leg. Flex your left foot. Walk your hands down either side of your left leg, as far as you can take without hurting your lower back. Remember, you can always bend that left knee. And if possible, you bring your hands onto your left foot. And you lower your chin to chest. For 3, 2, 1, release. Take your right hand outside that right knee as you lift. Straighten your right leg. And we swap sides, left knee to your chest. Lower that left knee down, so your left foot should be in your right thigh this time. Make sure that right foot is flexed, so it's not relaxed. Just bring that left knee a bit further back to open up your left hip this time. Chest towards your right leg. Brilliant. Walk your hands down either side of the right leg, and if possible, you bring it onto your toes. You lower your chin. Chin to chest and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Release. You're going to bring both knees together. As you come back up to hands and knees, tuck your toes. You're in downward dog. You lower to plank. Lower your knees and tuck your toes, hips back, chest to thighs, forehead onto the mat. Come up to hands and knees. You just slide your feet away as you bring your hips onto the mat. Legs out in front. Brilliant, yes. Bring your right knee to your chest. Brilliant. You're going to cross that right foot over your left leg. Right, so you have an option. You can either keep that left leg straight, or You slide to the left side and you bend that left knee, see the left heel is near your groin. Oh, that too much? Keep that leg straight. So now we're going to twist toward that right leg. So you take your chest over. It's like you're trying to get your left shoulder to your right knee.
Okay.
So you wrap that left arm around your right knee. So your left shoulder is facing your right knee. And then you wrap your right arm around your back. So you're twisting and looking over your right shoulder. Yes, perfect. Hold. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. And cross that right leg, straighten to the left side. So whatever you do on the left, right, you do on the left. So now you bring your left knee to your chest. Cross your left foot over that right thigh. This time you want to right knee towards that left knee. Take your right arm, wrap it around. And take your left arm, wrap it around your back, around your waist. As you look over your left shoulder, brilliant, hold. Make sure that right foot is flexed. For 3, 2, 1. Release and come to center. Hands behind you. Uncross your legs. Your knees together. Bring your knees onto the mat. We come up to hands and knees. So we're doing it that way. Eventually, once you're going to be able to cross your ankles and come up this way. So the reason why we're doing that is because I know you're, yeah. So but for now, you just bring both knees together. Come up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. You're in downward dog. You lower to plank. You lower your knees, untuck your toes, hips back, chest to thighs, forehead down. Come up to hands and knees, slide your feet away, lower your hips back onto the mat, and take your legs out in front of you. Brilliant, yes. Now, we're going to bend both knees. Take your arms inside your knees and bring your hands onto your ankles and you bring the soles of your feet together. If possible, you try and bring your heels closer to your body. Interlace your hands around your toes. Perfect, yes. You round your back, and as you round your back, you bend your elbows. Your elbows are resting inside your inner thighs. Perfect. Round your back, chin to chest, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your back, straighten your arms. Take your right hand outside your right knee as you lift that right knee, your right knee to your chest. Perfect. That left foot, you're going to bring that left foot so it's just in front of that right thigh. Yes, perfect. Brilliant. Now take both arms inside, so your right shoulder is inside of your right knee. Brilliant. Now see if you can just start to bring your chest forward and lower your hands down out in front of you. Perfect, yes. And just hold for 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back. I'm just going to swap sides. Now you bring your left knee to your chest and you place that right foot in front of your left thigh. Bring your left shoulder now inside your left knee. Hands down. Bring your chin to chest and hold. For 3, 2, 1. You walk your hands back closer to your body. Bring both knees together. You lower your knees onto the mat. Come up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Up to downward dog. Lower to plank. At the end of this, you'll be expert in planks. Hips back up to the sky, so you're in downward dog. Lower to plank again. This time you lower your knees and tuck your toes. You bring your hips all the way back to your heels, chest and your thighs, forehead. And come up to hands and knees. Now, you're going to slide that left knee forward. So you slide that left knee forward. So let's see if you can bring it close to your hands as possible. And then that left foot, you move it away from your groin as you slide your right leg back. So it's like you're stretching your legs away. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Now, if possible, you're going to bend your elbows. And you're just going to lower your chest all the way down onto the mat. You might need to move your forearms away. You lower your forehead down. This is called pigeon pose. The hip opener. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lift your forehead, straighten your arms. And you're just going to roll that left hip onto the mat. You rotate that right leg. So your left foot now should be in your groin, right leg wide. Brilliant. Take your right hand, slide it down your right leg. If possible, bring it onto your right toes. And you take your left arm over your hip. Perfect, yes. For 3, 2, 1. Now bring both arms now back to center. You lift up that hip so you're back into that pose. You bring your right knee down. You slide your left knee back. You're back onto that hands and knees. Now let's just swap sides. So now you slide your right knee forward. You move that right foot away from your groin. You slide your left leg back. You lower your chest. Forearms down onto the mat. If possible, your forehead onto the mat. And hold. 3, 2, 1. You lift your forehead. Lift your chest, straighten your arms. And you just roll your right hip now onto the mat. So now your left leg should be wide. Right heel in your groin. Turn around. See me? You just swap sides. You slide your left hand down your left leg. If possible, take hold of your left big toes. Brilliant. Take your right arm over here. And release. So you're going to have to lift your hips so you're back into that. Just swap round again. So you're back into that position. You slide your left knee forward, your right knee back. So you're back into that hands and knees position. Tuck your toes, you're in downward dog, so hips in the sky. Lower to plank. Lower your knees and tuck your toes, bring your hips back, chest to your thighs, forehead back. Come up to hands and knees. Slide your feet away. You should bring your hips onto the mat. Legs out in front. Perfect, yes. Now you're going to bend both knees again. Might need to just adjust yourself because you're going to bring them back onto the mat. So maybe you have your hips halfway up your mat. Bend your knees. Brilliant. Take your arms out in front of you. Palms facing. So we're going to do a little bit of core work here. Make sure your core is engaged. And just lean a little bit further back. So I think you're about to bring it back onto the mat, but don't. And then bring it forward. Brilliant. You can open your feet a little bit more. Brilliant, yes. Now lean back, press the shoulders down, engage your core. And then come back up. Brilliant, yes. Now we're going to add our legs this time. So when you lean back, see if you can slide your right leg away. Point your toes. Brilliant, yes. And then you come back up. Perfect. Left side, lean back. Point your left toes. Perfect. Come back up. Yeah, so don't come down too low. So lean back, right leg. And come back up. Lean back, left leg. point your toes, and come back up. So when you lean back, the minute your feet are flat, you want to point your toes. So there's a straight line from your hips all the way down to your toes.
Okay.
Yeah, so palms facing, bend your knees. So as you lean back, and you don't have to lean back that far, just a little bit, so at least you can feel your core strong.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your right leg, point your toes. Yes, that's it. Come back up. Left side. Brilliant. And come back up with your chest, your thighs. And just bring your hands onto your shin, round your back. Perfect. Press your shoulders away. You lift your chest. Take both arms inside your feet. And this time you're going to take hold of your big toes. And as you take hold of your big toes, you lift your feet. So leave your heels on the mat. You just lift your toes. So you have your knees up. Yes, perfect. Now you're going to start, we'll do one leg at a time. So you lift your right heel off the mat and you want to straighten that right leg. Perfect. Yeah. Yes.
How did you do that?
See?
That's it.
I asked you to do it, you told me I can't do it, but see? Now I want you to lift both heels off. So keep your knees bent. Yeah, now. See if we can straighten both legs. There you go. Wow. Hold for 3, 2. Now see if you can bring both legs together. Perfect, yes. Hold. 3, 2, 1. So hold on to your toes, you need to lower your feet off. So take hold of your big toes and just walk the way. And if possible, you're going to straighten both legs, holding on to your big toes, chin to chest, forehead towards your knees. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Release. Now you're going to slowly start off with sitting. We're going to bring our back onto the mat. So you start with a flat back, so your back is straight. And then you're going to slowly, as you slide your hands up your thighs, you start to bring your shoulders back. And see if you can bring your back all the way onto the mat. Once your back reaches the mat, I want you to bend your knees. And you're going to take that right leg and straighten it all the way up to the sky, just like the sole of your feet is on the ceiling. And then you're going to interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Now have a go as you lift your chest, forehead towards that right knee. You're going to slide your hands now to your calf. Rest your chin in your chest. The hamstring stretch. For 3, 2, 1. You're going to lower your head. And then you're going to bend that right knee. So now you're going to place that right foot onto your left thigh. So let me see how you do it. Yes, perfect. Now, but that right foot, I really want it to be on top of the thigh. So not across, on top. So yes, that's it. Brilliant. Take your right hand and just rest it on your right knee. And just start to tap that right knee away. So what we're doing here is, again, we're opening up that right hip. So just tap it for 3, 2, 1. Then release your right foot onto the mat. This time you take your left leg up to the sky. You just swap sides. Interlace your hands behind your left thigh. As you lift your head, forehead towards your left knee, see if you can slide your hands to that left calf. And as you lower your head, you bend your left knee and place your left foot onto your right thigh. So now your left hand should be on that left knee, just slowly tapping it. back and forth. For 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to bring that left knee onto your chest, and then your right knee onto your chest. So basically both knees are on your chest. Take your arms inside of your knees, and just place your hands on the top of your feet, on top of your ankle. Your toes are lightly touching. It's like you're using your arms, press your knees wide. Again, another hip opener. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Now slide your hand down your feet. See if you can take hold of your big toes again. We're going to open your feet wide. So you open your legs wide, straighten your legs. It's the same pose that we did when we were sitting down, but now you're lying on your back. You're going to release your big toes and slide your hands inside of your thighs. Make sure your legs and feet are flexed. You should feel tightening of your inner thighs. And you're going to take your hands and slide it to the outside of your legs. So you bring both legs together. You push both legs together. So the sides of your feet are touching. Now bring your knees onto your chest. Start to lower your feet towards your body. Hands onto your shin. Lower your right foot onto the mat. And then your left foot onto the mat. Slide your right leg away. Left leg away. Take your arms either side of your body, palms facing. We'll stay here for a few breaths. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take your right arm up to the sky and take it all the way over your head. I'll take your right arm back up to the sky and lower it down by your sides. Now we're just working our shoulder. Left arm up to the sky. Left arm over your head. Up to the sky. Down by your side. Now we're going to change direction. We take that right arm up to the sky. This time we take your right arm wide. Take your right arm back to the sky. And then lower it down by your side. Left side, left arm up. Take it wide. Back up to the sky. And lower down by your side. And this time you're going to take both arms up to the sky. Take both arms over your head. Take both arms up to the sky. Now take both arms wide. And keep your arms wide. You're going to bend your knees so you bring your feet onto the mat. And I want you to roll both knees to the right side. And then rotate your head and look to your left hand. You should feel that rotation around your left hip. Bring your head back to center. You bring your knees back to center. Now roll your knees to the left side. And rotate your head as you look towards your right hand. Bring your head back to center. Both knees back to center. Bring your right knee to your chest, bring your left knee to your chest. You're going to roll both knees towards that right arm. And this time you bring your left hand on top of your right hand. Your right ear is down. Left, both knees are towards the right side of your body. Then you're going to take that left hand, use your left hand to push yourself up the sitting. So you bring your left hand onto the floor or mat, the side of your face, and you push yourself up to that seated position. Have your ankles crossed. Now try and change the crossing. So if you had your right leg crossed over your left ankle, swap sides. So now your left ankle is over your right. Just swap sides. It feels a bit weird. Bring it back of your hands on your knees, palms facing up. Going to round your back as you bring chin to chest, press your shoulders down. And stretch your arms away, interlace your fingers. Straighten your back and you take your arms up. Bring it around your back and take your arms out in front of your head. Straighten your back and take your arms up. And this time you're going to bring those interlaced hands behind your head. Keep your elbows wide. It's like you're pushing your chest forward and your elbows back. And you look up. You're going to round your back. You bring your elbows in. Straighten your back. Elbows wide. And you look up. And keep looking up. You're going to release those arms all the way up to the sky. Your fingers are still interlaced. And then you bring your hands to prayer. You look up to your thumbs. And you lower your thumbs to your forehead, planting your toes. And you look forward as you slide your thumbs to your lips, planting your words. Now you take a bow as you bring those thumbs now to your breastbone. If you feel that stretch at the back of your neck, planting your words. And the writing in honor, the writing in namaste.
Ah.